check it out. We will be getting to audio is a bit low. Is that better? All right, how about that? Is that a little better? Yes, we are going to see gliding dragons today. So here's the starting city. We went and we've done some of these quests last week with you guys. The giants, intoxicated giants, I believe. Rod's going to summon one of the smaller dragons that he's captured right outside the city. Well, smaller, I should say. That's that's not really accurate.
Not that small.
One of the larger dragons, but one of the lower level dragons. Something to keep in mind as we run through the game. Remember, there's 4 major types of dragons. There's dragons that run, dragons that can swim, which you'll see really quickly here. That dragon can't. So when you jump in water with a dragon that is not a swimming type dragon. Oh, very
Dragons
nice.
that can fly.
Yeah. Dragons that can glide and then dragons that can fly. But there is an aquatic dragon that you can get. Kind of looks like a blue alligator a little bit. That is the 4th type of dragon. So what we're going to do today in the instance is we're gonna get on a gliding dragon at some point. But we're also just going to show you the cool thing about the instance here, which is this big this area right up here. So check out that. That's where the entrance to the instance is. No, let's not join a party. Thank you for the offer there. We'll run into this instance and escape everyone following. Now right here, you'll notice there's 3 difficulties. Right here where Rod's pointing on the screen. Those 3 difficulties, right now you can only select the first difficulty, but the idea is with additional difficulties, you can actually go in with a group, go in at a higher level, really figure out how you want to do it. We also posted a news page, a news article on our website today about this area, about this dungeon. So if you haven't read it, check it out. This is Avana Omen. All right. Now Rod claims that his character and his abilities are so awesome that he'll have no problems here. So we're putting him to the test. Now, for those that don't know, dungeons and instances like this mean that you go in there and you're in a separate part of the game. Everyone can get to the same type of gameplay, but right now you're in an area that only you or your group can join. So you're not going to run into random other players in this area. Nicely done.
See, no problem at all.
Yeah, good. So I see a question already. Can you capture dragons in instances? The answer is yes. Can you pull your camera out a little? There you go. All right, so I've seen you capture 1, but can you capture, or can you fight more than 1 at a time on this character? I mean,
I can try.
Show us your skills already.
Oh, he's after me. Oh.
There's one of the dragons that we're going to capture in a little bit, but right now Rod just needs to survive the battle of the giants. Hey, one other thing to note, I'm looking here at something in front of our camera. I'm looking at the the names of the NPCs in here, and you'll notice that they're still not fully translated. We did just do a translation update to the game a couple hours ago. There wasn't any downtime required. It's just a file that we upload with the new translations. Nice.
Oops.
Let's see.
Okay.
Game with player. Go ahead. Show us your mad skills again.
Oh, you're so mean to me.
All right, here. Let's jump out of the instance. Let's try doing that. I lost my train. Oh, I was telling everybody about the. I was telling you all about we did a translation update. So we're still working on translations. Not everything's done, but every time we do an update, you should see more and more translations. Part of beta phase 2, so we upgraded our servers yesterday, which isn't something you'll see directly, but what it means is that we're capable of handling a higher player load. So that's a good thing. That means we can get more people in the beta, more people can play. We should be getting a new build with new gameplay changes, more bug fixes early next week. And open your friends list, maybe? There you go.
Yeah, we can take a few of these guys.
Yeah, why don't we take all 3 of them?
Okay.
I saw how well you fought in there.
Oh.
No, actually, I think we got a ranger, an oracle, and a guardian. So we're going to have 1 of each, huh? By the way, these are the people in our group are other SOE employees. Sorry to those of you who are hanging out over here, hoping to get in our group. Um, we're going to stick with SOE employees this time. All right, let's jump in.
Okay, guys.
So
let's
anyway,
go.
back to beta phase 2. So we did a character wipe. We've got new server. We did a translation upgrade today. We're going to have a new build hopefully next week. The other big thing that we did today, and I noted it on my producer's letter as well, is that we have changed the VIP packs from early access to instant access. So if you purchased a VIP pack already, you should be have received your beta invite today, if not sooner. Previously, and then anyone who purchases one of the VIP packs as of today will get an email and a link to download the game and be able to jump in and play it right away. Okay, you guys
Okay,
ready?
this should be much better.
Okay, let's go. I'll take us off the screen here. You know what, next time I suggest maybe you let the Guardian attack first. I'm just saying.
Oh.
He's got the heavy armor, maybe follow his lead. Come on, Trino, get going.
Lead us on, Trimo.
I want you to tell him to. Now, if everyone, did you catch? So we got a little bit of chat going on right here. And what Rod did was he typed in /P, and /P went ahead and defaulted any chat that's going to go on in the game to party. So everyone in the group can chat with each other, rather than just in a certain radius. Oh, very nice.
Oh gosh, we got things everywhere.
Yeah, but that's why this is fun. So one of the cool things I really like about this instance, if you take a look in the background, the dragons and the giants here actually fight each other. So you can kind of, I've played through this instance a few times, but you can kind of really sit back and watch the dragons and the giants battle each other a little bit before you jump in and decide which one you want to beat down. And I think we do have a quest for this area, right? You have a quest on this character?
Yeah, I've got a couple quests.
Okay.
I didn't pick up the one at the
You're
entrance.
going the wrong way.
I'm gonna go grab this real quick.
Okay. Right.
Gotta get my loot.
There are several things we can do here. Yeah, I think there's later on in this instance there's some primate type creatures. All right, come on, let's go.
Sorcerer going crazy, attacking everything.
Yeah, go ahead and pull in some other mobs. With 4 of us, we should be able to take on a whole bunch.
You're just trying to get me killed again.
Yeah, okay. But I'm trying to make it exciting for everyone, you know? So what we're also showing everyone today, it's group dynamics. We have one of each class here, and certainly as we've covered before, you can really customize each class. Maybe not so much at the levels we are now, level 11 and 12. But once you hit level 15, you will get the skills to put in the skill tree. Can you pull up? I know you're fighting, but will you pull up the skill tree real quick? So if you look here and you highlight over all of these, go ahead and highlight everyone. Level 15 is required to get your first points. But once you get to level 15, you really can customize your player as far as specific skills. Of course, we've talked about dragons and dragon skills. Hey, will you ask out the group if anyone has a dragon? They can...
Oops, typo.
Well, it wouldn't be combat typing if there wasn't a typo in it. Why don't you go ahead and pull out your dragon? Summon your companion. That is one giant beast. Kind of rhino looking, don't you think?
One thing you'll notice as Truno looted down at the bottom there, you can see it comes up with the group loot that everybody can see and vote if you want need or greed or if it's party loot. I like to steal everything, so it's more fun that way.
It looks like we're throwing some keys out there too. That's cool. If you're not watching the chat, jump into the chat because we're throwing out a few beta keys for everyone here, and we will continue to do so each week. So jump on in, get your friends to jump in, and we'll give out keys accordingly. Yay, keys. All right, nice work. You guys are doing good here. That was a big giant. We're getting close to the bridge, so let's take a look around when we get across the bridge and see if we can find any dragons to tame. Yeah, be careful about falling off this bridge. Unless you have a transportation point set up, it could be a problem right now. Okay, now here are the guys over on the right side of the screen that we need to capture for our quest. I kind of feel like a football commentator. I get to draw on the screen today. It's pretty fun. Well, you're going to try to take this guy on all by yourself, huh?
Hey, some dragons up there. Let me see if I can tame one of those. Apparently I can't get that one.
That's all right.
He must be decoration.
No. But I think they're a little further up, some of the good
Might
ones.
be.
Is that yours?
No.
All right. I want to see if someone has the blue dragon.
The little aqua one.
Oh! Now we've got a big group of NPCs to kill here. Oh, that was too easy. See, you know what we should have done? We should have gone back when we came in the instance this time and picked a higher difficulty. Because that, I don't want to see you guys just mow over all these creatures. All right, well, I don't see a whole lot of questions coming on. I think we're getting distracted by all those beta keys, but I know you guys like that, so we won't stop. One of the other cool things to do when you're in an instance is pay attention to your minimap. It shows you, if you always pay attention to your minimap, the red dots, and the minimap, of course, is down here on the bottom right side of the screen. Pay attention to, the green dots are where your friends are, your party, people in your party. The red dots, which looks like they just jumped off, are the any quest NPCs that you have. What Rod's doing right now is he's trying to capture a new dragon, and he was successful. So we are now bonded with a new dragon, and it is a gliding dragon, and Rod's showing that off right here. In fact, you want to do a quick comparison of the dragon you currently had equipped? Just to kind of reiterate this for folks that are new. What we want to point out is that there are different dragon types. We only have one dragon of this kind captured, but every dragon's an individual. So what we're doing here is we're comparing the larger rhino type looking dragon with the new gliding dragon Rod has. And not only are all their skills different, but their attributes are different. They certainly have different functionality. Let's go ahead and see if we can capture another one at some point, and we can do a more direct comparison.
Suppose I don't need to actually be riding him right now.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna next week. Just so you know, we're gonna get more into the different skills that dragons offer. If anyone noticed on my producer's letter today, we were capturing some footage to put up on the website yesterday, and we found some really cool skills. Now we were using GM commands and buffing up our characters a little bit for that footage capture. But so next week I want to take a deeper look into the dragons and some of the skills they have, and how you can customize your dragon by borrowing skills from other dragons, training your dragon to get better at certain things, and just really going around and searching dragons within one species of dragons to find one that really suits you. Okay, I see a player asking, why does my station cache not show in game? And the reason your station cache is not showing in our beta is because we're not using the live station cache. What we're using is a beta version of station cache just for the beta, and it's not using real currency. So right now nobody has access to that beta station cache. What we're planning to do potentially in the phase 2 of beta, but most likely in phase 3, is we're going to grant station cache to everyone. And what that means is that there's a lot of different functionality in game. If you look around, like setting up teleportation points, resurrecting versus reviving.
I'm still gonna fail.
No, come on, you can do this.
Fail.
You are gonna fail. You should do some more damage to that dragon.
Yeah,
Anyway, there's a lot of things in game that potentially use station cache. Look at that.
Success.
Glass half empty, huh? At some point during beta phase 2 or phase 3, we're gonna go ahead and grant some beta station cache to everybody playing, and just let you guys take a look at the different things that can be done in the game, get some input from you, do some A/B testing on our end. So I hope that answers your question. Yes, you can get some. All right, we're moving along here. Pull up your map. How far along are we in the? We got a ways to go still. Very nice. So I was really happy to see last night when we brought the servers back up that there was just an enormous amount of players given the number of invites we've sent out online last night. So that was really exciting for me to see. And of course, Rod and I and several others here at work were all on our play accounts, joining with everyone else to get our character leveled up as fast as we could, find those dragons, get the quest done. Yes, we have showed a gliding dragon, and Rod can jump on the gliding dragon again real quick and show you.
Not while I'm in combat.
But not while you're in combat.
Steal another one. Oh.
Nah, that's all right.
Aha. Oh, well, a couple to compare.
So for anyone who hasn't seen the minigame is over on the right side of the screen, right over here. And what this minigame is the idea is you're trying to keep the icon into the middle of the circle there by tapping the WASD keys. You can't hold those keys down. You actually have to tap them up and down. So trying to, again, keep the game as interactive as we can. Oh, I see you're going up here to show us how we
get a
glide.
little height.
See if you can get the camera up above your dragon, maybe. There you go. Right on. Yeah, when we get out of the instance, we'll actually be able to show off that gliding a little bit better as well. Oh, you should totally say need, 'cause,
I agreed. That's fine.
You're just so nice.
So just to show the comparison real quick, let's see what we got here.
Yeah, go back up to the skills. Pick one of the other ones that has a few more skills than this last one you picked on the other side, on the right side. There you go. Now that's a better comparison. So this points out what we were talking about earlier, and again, we've showed this a few times, but each dragon within a species is different. So if you notice, on the left side of the screen, we have this dragon highlighted, and on the right side of the screen, we have this dragon highlighted. Okay, oops, I can't draw circles.
Yeah.
And they look exactly the same from the point of view of gameplay, but when you go in here, you'll see that the skills themselves are different. So each dragon has different abilities. This one,
sorry,
messed me up there.
I got distracted.
Gee, that's not surprising. So the purple skills that I have highlighted on the left side here, those are skills that the player can use. These skills over here are the ones that the dragon can use. Each dragon is different than all of the other dragons slightly within each species. Okay. Thank you. All right, let's move forward. So someone's asking if we're going to be showing combat from the different classes. Absolutely. Each week we're trying to load up a different class than what we did the previous week and different than what we'll do the following week. There are 4 major classes. If you look in our group right here, and I know with all the combat going on, it's the other way, I think, Rod.
Yeah.
It's not always easy to see what's going on, but we have one of each of the 4 classes right now. Someone's asking if there will be mounted air combat. If Rod can jump on his mount real quick, I want to show you something. As of this moment, there is not mounted air combat, but if you'll look at the bottom of the screen, while I'm riding my dragon, you'll see there are hotkeys there. and they're not being used yet. And I'll let you take the inference from what that means. All right, now let's dismount here. We've reached the end of this instance. At the end of every instance within the game, there is a boss. This is the boss. The boss fight will usually be related to a quest. It will typically be a more difficult creature to fight than what you've done through the rest of the instance, and hopefully there'll be some cool loot. All right, so let's go ahead, Rod. Lead the way in. We're gonna do our boss fight here.
Lead the way in. The Guardian should lead the way.
The Guardian should. I think he's sleeping on the job. Truno's our timid Guardian. Go ahead, jump on in.
Okay, we'll just go for it.
And you're going to want to jump in further because you don't want him to come out of this area or he's going to warp back. So my suggestion would be drag him into this way. You want to keep the boss in the relative area of where he started. Because if you run too far out, he'll actually pop back. So again, to answer your question, take a look at what's going on here. We have an Oracle, we have a Ranger. I think the Ranger's on the other side. Holy cow, that was fast. Well,
we're a little overpowered right now.
We are a little overpowered, but go ahead and let's take a look at the loot. Go ahead. Why don't you take a look at the loot?
That wasn't very good loot.
Rotten driftwood. That was pretty lame.
All mine. I take it all.
Well, so much for the awesome. When I got here, I actually, from when I went into this instance by myself, and that was actually a week ago, I got a piece of equipment for the dragon. Can you pull up the dragon? Your dragon inventory again? And if you look over on the left side of the screen, right here, oops, I no longer seem to have the ability to draw on the screen. But anyway, over here where Rod's moving his mouse around, those are actually inventory slots for your dragon. So every dragon has the ability to wear different stuff. And when I fought this boss by myself, I actually got a different saddle for dragons, which was really cool. Now, it was a level 10, and my dragons weren't level 10 yet, so I couldn't equip it, but it was pretty cool. Coming to help figure out why we... yeah. All right, so that's the instance. Now, to leave an instance, you need to hit escape, and then look at where Rod's moving his mouse around again, right up in this area. That little icon right there is how you leave the dungeon. You could run all the way back through if you want. You know, we could run around in here a little more and find some of the other dragons, perhaps that we hadn't tamed. But when you're in an instance, there is no respawning of NPCs, which is, it's kind of cool. So it's like your own little world of the game, and the things that you're doing in that little world have a lasting effect while you're in the instance. All right, so now we are outside of the instance, and got
all kinds of dragons out there.
Yeah.
Look at that one.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool. I think that's the one that Truno was talking about earlier that he said is flying. Let's go over and complete a quest. Yeah, I like that one right there. Jump on yours real quick. We'll run over and complete this quest, and then I'm going to challenge Rod to see if he can actually make it over. Pick the amulet. Good choice. I want to challenge Rod to see if he can jump and glide over the river without falling in with this glider dragon. Oh, you think you're going to go from way up there and not from the edge?
I need to find somewhere higher.
Or somewhere where the river's shorter, more narrow. I think you go right down over there and you can do it. No way, you'll never make that.
I can make that. I can make it.
Hey, pull your camera back. I don't want to look at the dragon's butt.
Oh.
Oh, no,
oh,
you did not.
So close.
Dragon disappeared.
Let's see. What else we got to show off today? Do you want to show off the Runewaker dragon?
Yeah, let's save that for a little bit. Let's go back over towards the other side. I want to go and show the woodland village. I'm not sure if that's the correct name. It's some wood village.
Which one do you mean?
Here, pull up your map and I'll show you. The Woodwind Farm. Let's head over that way. So we're still in our group here. I think one thing you'll find interesting is if we leave our group and we'll head over to where it's more appropriate for our level range. But I thought it was really great last night, particularly when we had so many people, flooding into this area right here. You can get experience, and you can also get quest rewards from people that are actually not grouped with you. So it's okay to run around solo And if you see someone attacking something, you're not harming them by jumping up and helping them. And let's see if we have someone fighting around here. Maybe we can get one of our group members over here.
I think we'll have people following us.
Good. Well, let's have someone attack something. See if we can get someone else to maybe attack something. There we go. McWolfie. Hey, McWolfie's like a regular here. So McWolfie's doing damage. We can go ahead and help McWolfie here and do damage as well. And even though we're not grouped together, we're both going to still get some experience. And we're definitely going to be able to loot the NPC. If it was part of our quest, we would get credit for participating in the quest. So I think it's one of the cool things about Dragon's Prophet that's a little bit different than a lot of games is that, you know, you don't have to have that group to get some cooperation going with people in your environment. A little more realistic perhaps as well. And it's actually also a good way for groups to work together, even though right now. So everyone that's in beta is actually can have up to 4 dragons, but they can only carry 2 around with them at a time. When we do get to the point where we're able to, where we feel comfortable granting station cash to everybody, then you'll be able to unlock those extra slots, and the max is 12. So right now you really gotta find that dragon you like, transfer some skills, you know, put it back in your stable, and then find some more. But transferring skills is pretty cool. Yes, we will show the Runewake Dragon before we sign off today. I wanted to run over and show you the next big city. So Rod's gonna, as soon as he's done with this battle here, maybe he'll mount up again on the gliding dragon we caught, and we'll take you over to the blue dragons that everyone's flying around here. We will take you over to that area real quick. So check out this guy real quick while we're running by. Anytime you see, well, we're gonna get a cutscene here because we're entering a new part of the storyline. But anytime you see an NPC with a gold exclamation mark over their head, gold indicates a main storyline of the game, and we can actually jump into our quest log when we're done and open up the log. Well, let's talk to this guy. Yeah. So at the top of the quest log, you'll see 3 different colored exclamation points. Wow, I really can't draw circles. Those indicate, if you can hover over them, Rod, they tell you there's the main storyline quest. The green is a normal quest, and then the blue is a daily quest. It should say daily quest, but it looks like it just says quest. Blue is a daily quest. It's something that is an ongoing thing. You can get that quest over and over every day. Normal quests, some of them can be repeated. Most of them cannot. And then certainly your storyline quests, that's what progresses you through the world. If you bring up your map again and zoom out a little, you'll see the storyline zoom out. The storyline really, it takes you kind of along a path around the world. And it's somewhat linear fashion, but the idea is, of course, you can choose to do some quests or none of the quests, or the daily quests or the main storyline quests. Again, the game is there for you to play through it the way you want. So I just wanted to point that out as we were running past. Now, show these flying dragons how cool it is to have a gliding dragon. Yeah, check that out. Of course, you seem to think that we have to have the camera angle low to glide more, and you like to look at the underbelly of our dragon. All right, so this is the next city right here. We'll get into more detail of this next city or other cities later. I just wanted to show you where it is. You definitely, when you get to a city, you want to teleport, set up your teleportation. But if you run outside the city, there's something really cool here, which is even better transportation mode than a dragon. Well, better in some ways. If you go up this tower out here, and you look up in the sky, I don't know if Rod, if you look up now if you see anything. Over on both sides of the building, there are giant ships. And one is circling a little funny. But those ships actually take you, they're ships, but you don't actually ride on the ships. They basically instantly transport you to another city. So, yeah, let's jump up there. See if we can get there. Because the reason I'm showing everyone this is because right now you have 2 options when you're starting a new character. And we're starting in one. Can you hit the map real quick? Sorry.
Sure.
Oh, no, you better close the map now. Someone said the UI reminds them of Ruins of Magic. That's funny. All right, you know what? Let's jump down and show the Runewake Dragon.
I'll just show it right here.
No. Just, yeah, that's fine. Can you hear us now? Oh, sure. Well, now we're going to do something else. All right, hang on. Ooh, go back for a sec. Check it out. Now, look at that little blue dragon next to this one. This, everyone, is the Runewake Dragon. This is the dragon that you get when you purchase the Dragon Lord pack. Go ahead and show them the dragon flying around. We're not going to get into too much detail, but we wanted to show.
I got to land first. There we go.
Wanted to show this dragon off. How awesome he is. The only way you can get the Runewake Dragon is through the Dragon Lord pack. It is definitely a higher level dragon, but we don't want to make you guys feel too bad because McWolfie, that's a cool dragon you have there, but the Runewake Dragon is pretty awesome. Okay, now we're going to jump back up. Oops. Game, not us. Ugh. And we want to wait for the boat to come back, the flying ship. Because what I was trying to let you know before is, yes, that dragon can use its wings. So we're in one of the two starting areas, but if you come over here and the flying ship that comes by, here it is right here. You jump on it, it'll actually take you over to the area, the other starting area. So if your friend jumped in or your friend got in and you chose different starting areas, don't be afraid to jump on this ship, and then you can actually go to the other starting area so you and your friend can meet up. You can check out some other quests. There's certainly other dragons over there. So it's pretty cool. Just one of the things you might want to do. Now we're going to take some questions because we're kind of... What do you know?
I didn't want to go anywhere.
I wanted you to go to the other
Okay,
instance.
fine. Oh, it's getting away.
All right, never mind. Anyhow, if you want to get on the ship...
I can't catch it.
I don't think you can.
Oh.
Good try.
Okay.
And this is why Rod is still working on his demo skills. He likes to explore when he plays.
I want to play.
You guys should have seen him at GDC. It was quite interesting. I lost my point now, Rod.
Questions. You were talking about questions.
Yes, questions. Anybody have questions? Who needs an airship when you have a dragon? Well, really, that's a good point. You don't need an airship when you have a dragon. However, if you're a low level and you don't have flying dragon yet and you want to get to the other starting area, the ship's a great way to go, and it takes you there instantly. Are we working on fixing some player animations? Yes, that is definitely one of the things that's being worked on. We did have a new build last week. We haven't put it to beta because we actually noticed a few other problems with it. That's what happens in beta. But our hope is that we're going to get a new build that fixes animations and a few other things next week. So hang in there. Remember, we're still in early parts of closed beta. We appreciate you guys understanding that this isn't a final game yet. The gameplay is pretty solid, though. Next question. How long will it take for the tooltips to read correctly in English?
Every couple days we do
We're working on
extra translations.
Yeah.
So they're slowly coming in, don't worry.
Some dragons have a plus 5% gathering. Is that a trainable skill to other dragons? You know, I don't know if that is. I don't think it is. I think that's one of the random things that happens and why you want to go out and find more dragons. So when really my philosophy has been so far when I've been training other dragons is when you find a dragon that has a skill like that or stats that are better than anything else, you want to give the skills to that dragon. Make that your main dragon and then transfer skills. But again, training skills is something that we'll probably be able to go to the train. Oh, you can't because you're not your stable.
Yeah, I can't unless I'm there.
It's something we'll be able to investigate more once we get the beta station cache working and allow you guys to play around with that. Space dragons? No space dragons yet. That's an interesting idea, though. What is the height limit in the world? Well, I don't really want to give that away because there's some cool areas where you can fly really high and get to areas where there's NPCs, and you can only get there with flying dragons. So we'll show off some of this stuff later. Yeah, you guys want to know more about dragons? There's hundreds of dragons. And our goal here is we're gonna try to show off at least one or two different types of dragons every webcast. And we take input. We will monitor the forums, and we're looking for all kinds of feedback. Why don't you run around and do something fun here? Let them watch something exciting. Do you have another character on this account?
No, I don't.
Another class? All right, well, can you go show it? Go actually over, if you go to your left there, there's spiders over there, some of the steel spiders. I think some of them have some pretty cool effects. Let's see. Do we accept fan art? We're always looking for fan art. I'm not sure if we'll be able to put anything in the game at this point while we're still under development of the original game, but we love to see your fan art up on the forums. Are all flying dragons wyverns? I don't believe so. But your definition of a wyvern versus mine might be different. It's an interesting question, but I'm not sure how to answer that. When will PvP be in the beta? We're not planning for PvP to be in the beta yet. That is something that might come in during open beta. It might not be till after that. So PvP is definitely one of the features that's still in the works. And we'll have to keep in touch and see how that's going. Am I a dragon? That's a great question. I have a dragon ring. Showed you guys this before, but yes, that is my that's my wedding band. I bought it in Taiwan when we were out to visit with RuneWake, the developers of Dragon's Prophet, a couple months ago. So it's pretty cool. It has special meaning to me. The stream, we're gonna try to stream for about an hour, anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour. You know, we're still in content that's entry level, so it's not quite as exciting as it is when we get to some of the other places and we get to some bigger encounters. But we're certainly trying to show you guys the game as we feel you're progressing through it. So, you know, since we just wiped characters and we showed the starting city. Oh, sure, go ahead, duel McWolfie.
Yeah, because that's going to work out well.
Hey, you did all right dueling me yesterday. Oh, so what we're showing you here is, I guess, kind of McWolfie maybe is trying to help us along and showing you that PvP actually is in the game as far as dueling. So what happened was one of the players here challenged us to a duel. There's no effect in the game itself, but 1 versus 1, you can go right now. But what I was addressing in PvP in the game is like on a larger scale in a particular environment. There's definitely plans for it. It's work in progress. And I'll just leave it at that for right now. So thank you for prompting us to show dueling. What's interesting is when you duel, you'll see how fast you can kill another player, and it's fast. So maybe Rod, maybe your character's a little weak, not good armor. You need to upgrade your armor, perhaps upgrade your spells.
Wolfie's always in game.
McWolfie is a legend already. Yes, McWolfie is a legend. That pretty much wraps up our webcast for today. Again, we were showing off group capabilities. We were showing off instances. You know, if you have friends that couldn't catch the live stream, definitely tell them to tune in and check it out later. It's always available. Jump on our website. We've got new news posting. I put out a producer's letter today talking about Stage 2 of beta, recapping the changes that are in there. We wiped characters yesterday. We've got new server code, so our servers are able to handle a higher load of players. We've put more translations on here today. We're going to have new translations constantly. We're hoping to get a new build. We're expecting to get a new build next week with some significant improvements. And yeah, we will be sending out more invites as the game gets better. If you're overexcited and you want to get in right now, don't be afraid to check out our Dragon Packs on our website, dragonsprofitthegame.com. So thank you all for joining us, and we will talk to you guys later. All right.